The first dance recital my daughter ever had wasn't just another Saturday. She'd been practicing for months, spinning around the living room in sparkly socks, asking me after every routine, "Dad, did I do good?" I promised her I'd be sitting in the very front row, flowers in my hand, cheering louder than anyone else. It was our moment. Then, the week before the recital, my ex's new husband called. He said, "Don't worry about coming. We already bought tickets for her grandparents." I laughed. I already have my ticket. There was this long pause. Then he admitted he'd convinced the dance studio to switch the emergency contact, and somehow my ticket had been canceled. I thought it was a mistake. It wasn't. The morning of the recital, I drove to the theater anyway. The volunteer checked the list, looked at me with sympathy, and quietly said, "I'm sorry, you're not authorized to enter." I could hear the music starting inside. I could hear little tap shoes on the stage, and I was standing outside like a stranger. A parent nearby streamed part of the recital on Facebook. That's how I watched my own daughter's first performance, sitting alone in my truck. When the show ended, my daughter ran outside carrying a tiny trophy. The first thing she asked was, "Daddy, why didn't you come?" My heart sank. I showed her the emails, the canceled ticket, everything. She looked back at her mom, then burst into tears. Turns out, she'd been told I didn't care enough to show up. That lie lasted about 5 minutes. They spoke up. Other parents had seen me outside the entire time. The studio reviewed what happened, apologized, and permanently changed their security policy so no parent could remove another without written consent from both sides. A month later, there was another recital. This time, I was in the front row. When my daughter spotted me, she smiled so wide she almost missed her opening step. And somehow, that became my favorite memory of all.